Hello everyone, Wendy Ross for US Trotting. We make a stop in Delaware, Ohio as the 2024 Top Contenders Tour continues. We catch up with 2-year-old filly pacer of the year, Geocentric, and trainer Brian Brown. Brian, so nice to always catch up with you. Can you believe it's April already?
It's starting to roll along. We didn't have a real good winter in Florida. It was cool and very, very wet. So it seemed like the winter was dragging on. But now we're home. We're getting going. We're a little bit behind. My horses aren't as sharp as they should be coming out of Florida, but I think we're catching up.
Well, let's talk about a filly that we just watched train today. She looks really sharp. Of course, the reason we're here, Geocentric. Now let's go back 2-year-old year last year in 2023. Congratulations, 2-year-old filly pacer of the year. So I know you're proud of that. All year, though, if you go back through the performances last year, you see a lot of ones, but you see a 7 at the end of the year. Kind of take us through kind of how, you know, we know how last year went, but how did it end?
Well, it ended terrible. It wasn't a good week for her. We knew going in her liver was a little up, and she even tied up a little bit in that race. So, you know, she had a front right cannon bone was bothering her a little. It's like a bone bruise. So she went from Lexington, where it's very soft, to a hard stone track at Hoosier, and it bugged her more.
Going back to last year, she did a lot of head turning, right? It was like one start, all you heard was like, did you see that filly of Brian Brown's? And the next start was like, that filly of Brown's looks really, really good. But I think about her 4th or 5th win in a row, people really started to talk about it. And she gave them that reason to have something to talk about.
You know, she had a great year. Other than the Breeders' Crown Final, everything else was so perfect. Late, even in Lexington, she was starting to run into a few problems where early in the year, she was so perfect. Nothing was wrong at all. Lexington really helped. Short fields, she would get away easy. They didn't go crazy fractions. So she got a lot of easier races down there. And like I said, going into the Breeders' Crown, things just weren't right.
You know, and when you say easy races, I don't think any races are really easy nowadays, but she certainly made it look that way. Now let's fast forward to today when we watched her train. Speaking of easy, she made it look really easy with your second trainer who's helping you, Emma Wahlberg, aboard today. You gave Emma the steer today.
Yeah, I like to be on the front when we go these faster miles, so I wanted to take the horse. It was his turn to be on the front. It gives me a chance. I switch every training. I train a different one every time, especially the faster trips. But Emma does such a good job that there's never a worry in having her drive the best ones. She looks so good on the track. She's so great gaited, long stride. She never looks like she's working. So, but they went 57 today, off half in a minute, and those two did it really good.
Yeah, I think when you want to think of ways to describe a horse coming back from 2 to 3 this time of year is sharp, ears up, wanting to do her work, and like you said, she certainly makes it look fun out there, and it looked like Emma was having a good time too.
Well, I'm sure she was. I mean, setting behind Geocentric is different than setting behind most horses. She's so easy to drive, so willing, does everything you want to do, never gets too aggressive. I wouldn't be surprised we get her in races. She'll get a little more aggressive this year, but so far she's been such a nice horse to drive.
Talking briefly about this year, we know the 3-year-old season, it's a tough one. A lot of nice fillies coming back. Of course, she's the head of the pack there, but you know, it's a long year.
Oh, it is, and I've actually going to start her probably a little earlier, but you know, she's got 9 wins. I don't want her first start in with either open fillies or next to the open. So the plan is to qualify the May 3rd, May 10th, and race the May 17th, so I get to race against 3-year-old fillies.
Well, Brian, thank you so much for your time, and we'll look forward, hopefully, to talking to you much more this season.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you.